Hello everybody, my name is Shani Jones and this is KNKY, which stands for Know the New Kinky You. I'm your resident certified sex coach, and today we are here to talk about another type of exercise, which is called the mirror exercise. But before we do that, as always, I would like to thank you for watching the video and spending this time with me. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for updates. I want to know your thoughts, so you're sharing in this experience with me, and we are a community. So if you have thoughts or feedback, please feel free to leave them in the comments. And don't forget to follow me across social media at DYOUKNKY. So, the mirror exercise. And you might think that this sounds easy, and for some it will be, but for others not so much. And I just want you to be okay with where you are. To me, it's just like meditation or learning any new skill. Basically, it's like, if this is not something that you're used to, then the first time you do it, the second time you do it will be harder, because again, you haven't practiced it. It hasn't become part of your norm. But the more you do it, the more you embrace the benefits of doing it and why you're doing it, you'll be in a much better place. So, a lot of us struggle with maintaining a positive body image, and it could be for a number of reasons. Perhaps your weight fluctuates, and for instance, during this whole quarantine pandemic, people aren't getting out and exercising like the way that they used to. The gyms have been closed, although they're opening back up in some places. The level of physical activity just hasn't been the same. So perhaps your weight has fluctuated, or the fact that you idealize some other person, whether it's an Instagram model or a celebrity, and when you're looking at that person and how they look and how their body is shaped, you can kind of feel insecure. But you really have to ask yourself why. That's that person's body. You have your body, and your body is yours to love and to cherish and to have appreciated. Even the people that you idealize, 9 times out of 10, they wish something was different or better about their bodies. But that's not necessarily the bad thought. You can want improvements for yourself, but what you don't want to do is focus on negative commentary that is related to you as a person. You don't want to shame yourself or allow others to shame you just because your vision hasn't been 100% met yet. So, and I know that you've heard this, and I know that you are aware that they say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. And it's true. It's just like a piece of art. You can have somebody walk up to this art that somebody says, this is beautiful, this is amazing, I've never seen anything like this. And someone else come up to that same piece of art and be like, what the fuck is this? I have no idea what I'm looking at. And somebody's going to pay how much money for this? It depends on how you interpret it. But if you're the artist, you'll see the beauty in that piece of art regardless of what anybody else thinks. So, you have to be your own champion. You cannot allow negative messaging to invade your headspace. If you do, it's going to be so much harder to believe the truth, which is, you are beautiful. You are beautiful in every way, and that there is somebody for everybody. So, and before we get into the details about the mirror exercise, which you might be able to guess what it is by now, but I wanted to just kind of mention some things to you. So you'll look in the mirror and you perhaps are not 100% happy with what you see. But there are those, again, there's somebody for everybody. So I'm going to try not to fuck these names up too bad, but Acrosmophilia is an attraction to someone with a physical disability. You have amyloidotism, knew that one, which is a sexual interest in someone that is an amputee. You also have dwarf fetishes. You have fat fetishes with the BBWs, the big beautiful women. Those BBWs are women who have embraced who they are and are not confined to what society says beauty is supposed to look like. You have gerontophilia, which is a sexual attraction to the elderly. And the reason why I bring these up is not necessarily in the sense of a sexual fetish, which they technically are, but to say that if you look in the mirror and your breasts aren't as big as you want them to be, or your stomach isn't as flat as you want it to be, or you have a picture of yourself in your head of how you used to look and you want to get that back, there is nothing wrong with it. Nothing. But you have to be willing to put in the work. So what I'm asking you guys to do is to look in the mirror and say, hey, this is me and I am beautiful. Start up butt naked. Look in the mirror, head to toe, and say, I love this about my eyes. I love this about my skin. I love this about my nose. I love this about my stomach. I love this about my hips, my thighs, whatever it is, male, female, whatever it is. Look at yourself and love yourself. And if there's a particular part of your body that you just don't love, then just acknowledge the fact that because that part of your body is a part of you and you love yourself, you inherently love that part of your body. But it doesn't mean that you don't have to work on it if you don't want to. You can choose to eat healthy. You can choose to exercise. You can go get some new clothes. You can get your hair done or get it cut. You need to do what it is that you need to do to be happy. But the only way to be happy is to accept happiness. And if you let those negative thoughts roll around in your head, you're just not going to achieve the goals, the vision that you want, because your thoughts, your subconscious mind, your unconscious mind doesn't match the words that are coming out of your mouth. You have to be in sync. So love yourself first and repeat this exercise as often as you can, as often as possible, until you see. Again, I am Shani Jones. Thank you for spending this time with me. I will see you on the next video. And please, I hope that you've learned something new about the new kinky you. Have a good one.